Hello? Oh, wow. Okay, it's working. Hattie's asleep. The cats are asleep. I just woke up not too long ago. The last. Let me see if I can find it. So, Saturday at lunch, I came home and Hattie bit my phone. So, I can get it to turn on. I think it's finally died, which is good because I had to go get a new phone. It's completely broken. Completely broken. She bit my phone. I never once thought, like, when she was biting my phone, because I was telling her, I have to go back to work. I have to go back to work. Be good. I'll be home at tonight for dinner. And then I just have one more day of work and then we can have days off. This is what I typically say to them when I come home for lunch. Grace is looking at me. And I put my phone in my pocket and she just started like, and I was like, Hattie, you're going to hurt your teeth. Girl hurt my phone. So then I had to go get a new phone for lunch yesterday. And of course, you can't switch that phone stuff to that phone because you need the screen to work on this phone for the new phone. So, Hattie Beans. How was y'all's eclipse? I heard a lot the eclipse was all about cleansing and taking things away. So I accepted that I didn't need to have that phone anymore and I needed a new phone. And I'm still accepting that. I still don't know if I actually really like my phone. It is supposed to have a better camera, so I'm going to use that a little bit later and actually record a video. There's all kinds of things, like people are talking about all kinds of stuff. Like, I guess, like the Rosh Hashanah shofar is being broadcast for the first time on the 24th tomorrow. So I guess that would probably be more like here in the United States, like tonight, because they're basically, from the future, which I love cows. So I am never all about people burning cows, but whatever. I'm on the fence about Jewish religion. Kind of am. I don't know everything about it, but I've learned a lot about it, and I'm kind of on the fence about it, whether it's good or whether it's not. That's just me. Also, there's this other lady who's saying don't believe anything that you hear on the 24th of September, like in the news. There's something big that's supposed to be talked about, happen, broadcast in the news on the 24th. Don't listen to it. Don't pay attention to it. And then also there's this whole thing of all of these different movies mentioning 9/23, which is going to be tomorrow. So many different movies mentioning 9/23, September 23, for alien invasions or asteroids. The movies. Well, or evil. Ghostbusters said on 9/23, the evil will be unleashed. I mean, I kind of feel like the evil has been unleashed, so that's my opinion. But let's talk. So, hopefully your eclipse went well. This is a very impromptu live stream. Mostly because I didn't do a live stream this weekend. And I had intended on it, but I was really tired and I just didn't want to do anything, honestly. So, we're going to talk about Aquarius. Dana, hi. Thank you so much. I am. I had a mastectomy like 2 years ago, a year and a half ago. And then I had a whole bunch of scar tissue. And that was really painful. So I had them remove the scar tissue, and it's much better now. Much better. I mean, it's still kind of sore, but the cool thing about having a mastectomy is it cuts away like all of your nerve endings. So aside from like nerve damage and tingling and the actual incision part, the rest of it's pretty painless, honestly. I think I have some arthritis in my chest, mostly because I've been the recipient of CPR at one point in my life. And obviously they have to break your ribs to do that. So break your breastplate. So that always kind of bothers me. But thank you very much, Dina. I am feeling very good. I am looking kind of rough right now because I just woke up not too long ago. And I'm just being lazy. I'm not even sitting over there at my table and using my microphone. But I wanted to talk about the eclipse. I wanted to talk about what's going on now. I kind of wanted to talk about like what is aligning itself for Aquarius, you know, because we broke a really big cycle with the eclipse, and it's a really big cycle of being stuck, you know, almost like where Aquarius, and probably other people, but most definitely Aquarius wasn't being seen for what they are. You know, like Aquarius wasn't being validated for all that they can do, you know? Aquarius is trying to get jobs and people are kind of like, no, we're going to give it to somebody else. We don't think you can do it. You know, they were just not seeing Aquarius for who they were. So that's been broken. That's been broken. So it's a really exciting time. You know, Aquarius is really going to start to be being seen now. That's exciting. That's very exciting. So there's going to be new things that are going to be aligning themselves for Aquarius. And I wanted to ask, what is aligning itself for Aquarius? Like, what is aligning with Aquarius to bring something new to Aquarius's life? What is it? Seven of Cups. Nice. Dreams, aspirations. Aquarius always has those. Always. Ever since they were born. Aquarius has dreams and aspirations. And Aquarius is good. Aquarius is skilled enough to achieve those dreams and aspirations. You know? They're not like far-fetched ideas for Aquarius. They are attainable. Aquarius can do anything. But what's aligning itself for Aquarius? Death reversed. Okay, rock on. Cool. And Knight of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Okay, so again, Death reversed, that kind of, oh wow. The Magician. He was just in my lap. He was kind of upside down along with Death reversed. Okay, so again, like what I was going to say, that goes along with what I was just saying for Aquarius. What is aligning itself? All the things that didn't go right for Aquarius up until now. All the things that were denied for Aquarius up until now. These things that, dreams that Aquarius seemed like they could not achieve, they could not attain, they could not accomplish. All of these things that Aquarius kind of thought, well, I guess I'm just going to have to quit. You know, I guess that's just a dead idea. I guess that's just a dead dream. It's not going to work. I'm just going to have to move on and accept it and see how I can survive without that. No, the things that didn't work out, you thought they were dying away. They're not. They're coming back. Okay, and you know what else? The Magician energy. Okay? That's manifestation. That's being able to make your destiny happen. Aquarius has had a difficult time trying to make that happen up until now. It's all changing. And then we have this Knight of Cups on the bottom of the deck. I mean, it's kind of like the universe is trying to bring Aquarius some love too, some romantic love. And I know that a lot of Aquarius are kind of like, it's not really my biggest concern. But I bet if it showed up and it was perfect and exciting and helpful and beautiful instead of, leechy, like I feel like most romantic relationships Aquarius has been in for recently have been like, what can I get from Aquarius? How can I take from Aquarius? Because Aquarius is a giver. Aquarius is a humanitarian. So it's not going to be like that. It's going to be reciprocal. I feel like the universe is trying to bring somebody to Aquarius that's actually going to meet them at exactly the same energy that Aquarius is at. So these are the things that the universe is aligning for Aquarius. Let's see. It's a really exciting time, actually. I mean, I feel a difference. I feel energetically a difference. I feel energetically like I can win. I don't know how y'all feel right now, but I actually feel a difference. I feel a difference in like I can win. I also am noticing that I feel none of the what if it doesn't go right? What if I'm not chosen? What if they don't like me? What if all the self-doubt things? I don't really care. I don't really care. I definitely kind of shocked some coworkers yesterday because I spoke like I just didn't care. And they were like, wow, I didn't see that coming. They said I was hating. I'm like, no, I'm just speaking accurately. It's not hating. I'm expressing my opinion, and it doesn't align with yours. That doesn't mean that I'm hating. Well, great. This card fell all the way down. 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups. Exciting. Ace of Wands. So that's a loving, happy family. That's a family with security, with stability. A family that stays together. A family that takes care of each other. A family that looks out for each other. A family that if something goes wrong with, Sister Sue, they could call their brother, they could call their dad, they could call a grandfather, they can call an uncle, an aunt, and somebody's going to show up and help. It's an enormous amount of support. It's the strongest foundation probably in life for people. People, not everybody has it. Not everybody has a happy family, a strong, stable, loving family. I feel like very few people have that in this day and age. But that is what is trying to come to Aquarius. That is what's trying to align itself for Aquarius. I mean, the cards, in my opinion, are clarifying what I feel. And I feel like that old struggle that lasted for so long for Aquarius ended with these eclipses. And it's like a brand new life. It's waking up in a brand new dimension. Ace of Wands, there's somebody that's taking action to make this happen. There's some serious action that's being taken. Tell me more about the Ace of Wands. The Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune reversed and the Three of Swords reversed. Okay. Tell me more about that. Tell me more about that. Okay, so I was called a hater yesterday at work. And when somebody's doing really good and when somebody's really confident, you're going to have haters. So I definitely think that there's going to be, this is the Moon and Two of Wands. There's definitely somebody who's trying to get in the way of these good things coming for Aquarius. There's most definitely somebody coming in, well, two people with the Two of Wands here, trying to make some things go wrong for Aquarius. And it's because things have gone wrong for them, you know? Yes, they do, Dana. You're exactly right. Haters do make us famous. You're exactly right. Um, this person secretly loves Aquarius. It's like typical jealousy. Like this person loves Aquarius, but probably they've shown themselves to Aquarius, and Aquarius is kind of like, no, I don't like your vibe. You're not very genuine. You're not very authentic. You're trying too hard. And I feel it, because Aquarius is really perceptive to people who are trying too hard. And there's two of them. They have one tiny little idea. And they're gonna try to make things go wrong for Aquarius. I mean, story of Aquarius's life. Okay, rock on. There could be a Cancer involved. They could also be just trying to do some kind of like moon ritual. It seems like so many people are doing moon rituals. Like when I learned about moon rituals like 15 years ago, it was very almost taboo, and it was still like people really didn't talk about it. When I would talk about having like a moon circle, everybody would be like, what are you talking about? And now it's just so mainstream. It's so trendy, thanks to TikTok. So they may be trying to do something with the moon. I am really drawn to the two dogs in the card of the moon. I mean, it's Cancer energy, so there could be a Cancer involved. There could be, but mostly it's uncertainty. And I can tell you the Page of Cups is behind this. That's what tells me this person really actually loves Aquarius. Like, they probably hate that they love Aquarius, because Aquarius sees them for who they are. And they're not up to par to hang out with Aquarius. They're not up to par. Okay, Queen of Cups reversed. So double Cancer energy. There very well could be a Cancer. Manipulative, trying to be caring, pretending to be loving, pretending kindness, pretending it. That's the Queen of Cups all day long. Okay, and the Tower and the Page of Cups. Okay, so the Queen of Cups is having a Tower moment. Whoever this person is that's wanting things to go wrong for Aquarius, this eclipse kind of ended. Okay, so the eclipse, it ended this. It ended the cycle of being unseen and unheard for Aquarius. It also ended cycles for other people. So that means that other people who are probably thriving on their hatred and on their inauthenticity, that cycle is closing out for them. Okay? So all of their fakery, all of their games, all of their ploys, all of their petty actions, those are not working anymore for them. It's not working in their life anymore for them. Okay? So they're having a hard time. And you know what? Everybody has a hard time in life at some point in time. That's just how life goes. And just because Aquarius is going to be doing good, this just kind of like popped out. Like I pulled this deck and this stayed there. Aquarius is doing good. Aquarius has the good energy. Aquarius has the castle, has the support system, has the bank account, has the savings account, not just a checking account, but also the savings account. Aquarius has got the good credit score, okay? And these people don't have it. And they're going to do something petty. They want to take it. But they can't. The Sun reversed. I mean, they're definitely stealing. They're stealing from a lot of people. They've probably already been stealing from Aquarius. The thing is, they're going to be seen now. They're going to be seen now. So maybe get some popcorn and watch around you, you know? Get some popcorn and watch around you, because not that we should be cheering when people fall apart, but when people who try to tear us apart and then they fall apart, yeah, we can say, beautiful, right? Right? So they were trying to tear you apart. They were trying to tear us apart. They were trying to tear Aquarius apart. And Aquarius doesn't wake up and say, whose life can I tear apart today? You know? Aquarius doesn't wake up and say, like, I'm just so filled with hatred and I'm just so filled with envy for everybody else. No, Aquarius doesn't do that. Aquarius may find something or see something that they like, but Aquarius is going to automatically, in their brain or writing it down somehow, they're going to try to calculate how they can make it happen for themselves. You know, they're not going to try to take it from somebody. They're going to make it happen for themselves. They're going to engineer a way, engineer a life to make it happen for themselves. So let's see. What other things are coming for Aquarius? What other things are coming for Aquarius post eclipse season? Post eclipse season. What other things are coming for Aquarius post eclipse season? Okay, so the Ace of Cups and the Six of Wands reversed. Okay, so there's somebody, you know, it's kind of giving me like secret admirer energy. It's really giving me that. We have the Nine of Swords on the bottom of the deck, the Six of Swords, not the Six of Swords, the Six of Wands reversed, and then we have the Ace of Cups upright. So there's this person who has like a massive amount of feelings for Aquarius. There's this person, they've been hiding themselves. They've been kind of sitting back in the shadows. They've been not letting on to Aquarius that they love Aquarius. Like they love Aquarius. It keeps them up at night. How strongly they feel towards Aquarius. And they haven't told Aquarius this. So I guess be prepared to hear somebody profess some serious love to Aquarius. They are just unhappy without you. They are very unhappy without you. They're also very well hidden. Okay? I mean, you probably don't even think about this person at all, but this person literally goes home at night and they sit and they think about Aquarius. And they worry and they fret and they're like, how do I get Aquarius back? How do I get Aquarius, period? How do I get Aquarius to look at me? Hi, Deborah. How are you? Good morning. I mean, it's kind of morning here. It's not quite lunchtime. I had my little space heater on because it was cold this morning. I'm going to turn it off. I'll be right back. It was very rainy and chilly this morning, and I like that. This is how I imagine like England is all the time. I've never been there. I don't know. But I imagine it's like cloudy and rainy, slight bit chilly all the time. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the well wishes. And my surgery, yeah, it went really good. I have another post-op appointment and my last post-op appointment next week. But yeah, everything is good. Everything is very good. Okay. We're talking about Aquarius. We're talking about post-eclipse season for Aquarius. What's aligning itself for Aquarius. And just, you know, in case you didn't hear, Deborah, good things. Hi, Hattie Beans. She's going to want to jump up here. I love you. Hi. Hi, how are you? I know, you're my baby. Yeah. She's purring so good. I'm having to really kind of keep an eye on her with my electronics since she bit my phone. I know it, honey. It's okay. Thank you, Deborah. Good luck for you too. We're gonna have an amazing time now because the dark days are gone. The dark days are over. Just heard Florence the machine. The dog days are over. The horses are coming. But yeah, since Hattie bit my phone, and yeah, she did. She broke it. She was like, Mom, just look at me. Stop looking at that silly phone. You know? Now she's trying to eat the cards. She is such an ornery little cat. She's such an ornery little cat. Honey, we're trying to do a live stream right now. We're doing a live stream right now. Here. Stay right here. Stay right here. My new phone was like $600. I was like, oh my gosh, you're so lucky that I like you're my heart and soul. Because I would be so mad if I just kind of liked you and you cost me $600. Thank God for credit cards, right? Or else I would just be, for the whole day that I had to go without my phone, I was like, oh my gosh. Okay, Hattie is teaching me a good lesson because I was way too wrapped up in my phone. Because for the 24 hours that I did not actually have my phone, like where I could just look at it all the time and just do everything that I do in my day on my phone, you know, finances, there's shopping because I don't need to shop, but I do. Pictures, I can get on my YouTube studio. All the things, messaging, communicating with people, Instagram, silly Facebook, all of these silly things. I couldn't do that for like 24 hours. And I was like having withdrawals. And then I realized, oh my gosh, I am way too connected to this little device. But it really does make life handy. It really does make life helpful. Justice. Okay, maybe it was justice. 3 of Wands. Okay, let me actually ask a question. What else do I need to tell Aquarius now? Post-eclipse. 6 of Swords reversed and Temperance reversed. Don't go home because home is chaotic. Don't turn back now because chaotic is back, you know? Like, it's not good. There's nobody learning from anything in the past where you're coming from, or at your home where you started off from your journey. Don't go back there. It's chaos. They haven't learned. They haven't healed themselves. Merida, hello. Welcome. They haven't learned though. So don't go back there. That's one thing. Don't go back. Don't go back. Move forward. Create your own home. Create your own sanctuary. But if family does call you, no, still don't go back. I know, long time no see. I learned how to say that in Spanish. Largo tiempo estás aquí. I learned that from my coworker. I mean, I've been doing really good, Merida. How about you? I hope that, I mean, I don't want to bring up a sore subject, but did you get a job? Have you found a new place? Hopefully you have. Y'all are so nice. Everybody's so nice here. Tell me more for Aquarius post-eclipse. What was that Justice card for? What was that Justice card for? What was that Justice card about? What was that Justice card about? Oh, wow. Okay. A lot of cards. Page of Wands on the bottom of the deck. The Ace of Pentacles reversed. The King of Cups. And the Knight of Swords. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I was kind of talking about my phone when the Justice card came out. And I think that's what it's telling me. It's basically like, okay, whatever ended, however anything, how everything broke, how everything fell apart, it didn't work, blah, 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 blah. It was not going to be beneficial. It was not going to open up any doors to any new worlds. It needed to end. Okay. It was keeping me closed in. It was cutting off opportunities. I needed something new. That's what I think that Justice card was about, because I was all talking about the phone. Which is fine. It's fine. It's great. Oh, I'm sorry, Merida. What is the building that is in your thumbnail, Merida? You know what's interesting is I just asked, what is the building in your thumbnail, and look what the card that just fell out. It looks exactly, I mean, yours doesn't have two people falling out of the building. I hope not, but it's a tower. Interesting. An application for master degree and citizenship. Haven't heard anything yet, so I would be pleased. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I can. I mean, I think I can. I sound like Thomas the Train. I think I can. London Clock Tower. I still think it's wild that this is the card that fell out when I asked that question. It's pretty cool. That's very cool. Wasn't there a Simpsons episode where they turned that clock tower into a digital clock? I think there was. Hopefully that will never, ever, ever happen. Let's see. Okay, well. Oh, hello, little kitten. Hello, little kitten. I didn't know she was back there. She was sleeping. She's a sleepy girl. She's a sleepy baby. Hi. She's a sleepy baby. So what I will do is, Dana was here first, or she commented first. So let me go ahead and just I'm going to pull a card for Dana. And we'll go in order of who got here. Thank you, Deborah. She really is. She is a sassy kitten. She's not like any of the other cats. She's very unique. And she's pretty fierce because she fights with them all. She doesn't get scared. She doesn't back down. Yep. See, she's showing she has teeth too. Her nickname is Tiny Teeth though, because her teeth are still tiny. Rory. Hi. She's getting to where she likes me a little bit. And I love that. It took her a little bit. It took her like 2 months. Let's see. What can we tell Dana? Rory, what can we tell Dana? What can we tell Dana? What can we tell Dana? Okay, well, 8 of Pentacles, 7 of Cups reversed. I don't know, Dana, if you're thinking about finding another job, or maybe you need to get another profession, don't. It seems like you're doing pretty good where you are. Stay where you are. Okay, now, Rory. What can we tell Deborah? Yeah, they are tiny but sharp. You're exactly right. But I love looking at her little teeth because they are so tiny. They're so tiny. She wants on the laptop so bad. She wants on the laptop, but you're not going to get up there. You're welcome, Dana. Okay, what can we tell Deborah now? What can we tell? It was Deborah was here. Deborah commented second. What can we tell Deborah? What can we tell Deborah? What can we tell Deborah? Okay. Wait. Don't do that. Deborah, good news. Kind of aligns with the eclipse energy of breaking the bad cycle where people are just not seeing you. 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment. Keep going with where you're going. You've been doing a lot of hard work. You've been carrying an incredible burden. It has not been easy. It's been exhausting, but you're almost at the finish line, okay? And you're about to receive a big wish fulfillment because of all the work that you've done, okay? So fantastic. I love that. Very good, Deborah. Yeah. Okay, now. Hi, kitty cat. Hi, kitty cat. Hattie can't stand it whenever Hattie can't stand it when Rory is getting attention. She can't stand it. Hattie just jumped up. She was sound asleep right next to Grace, and then she saw Rory, and she was like, Rory? Rory? Meow. She's just kind of a pitiful meow. Okay, what did we want to ask for Merida? The application check for application for a master degree in citizenship. She made an application for master degree in citizenship. Can check on that. You're welcome, Deborah. You're going to be successful. You're going to do it. You're going to. Okay. What can we tell Merida about her application? That was fast. It's the 3 of Cups reversed, which typically means like not a really big celebration. But then we also have the 9 of Swords reversed. So, and Judgment. Okay, well, there's going to be some kind of a judgment made. It's like it takes away the nighttime anxieties. It takes away your constant worries. But it's not really something that you're wanting to celebrate. I don't really know. Tell me more. Tell me more for Merida. Tell me more about that. Yeah, 3 of Pentacles reversed with the Magician reversed. Okay, so whatever you've got, I don't know if that's going to work out. I don't know how that's going to work out. According to the cards, I don't know how that's going to work out. It looks like it might not work out great. It's the Magician reversed with the 3 of Pentacles reversed and the 3 of Cups reversed. I don't know if you're like working with 2 other people in order to make this happen. If it's the 3 of Pentacles, that's definitely like getting into some kind of a school. That's reversed. That's not happening. And also we got the Magician reversed. That is trying to make something happen. That's what the Magician literally does, is create his own destiny, make something happen with all of his energy, with all of the elements of magic and that he knows. And it's reversed. It's like not happening. So at times the Magician reverse can represent like somebody who is kind of like a master manipulator and trying to manipulate a situation just for their own sole benefit. What's going on here? Hattie Beans, honey. What is going on here? There we go. Okay. But the one thing that is exciting in this answer for Merida is the Fool, okay? The Fool. A brand new opportunity, a brand new day, brand new energy, taking off in a direction that is completely foreign to you, that is completely new to you, a brand new adventure. There is absolute excitement in the Fool energy, okay? So it's not like he's not taking off and being like, I don't know what I'm doing. He is so excited to take off. He is so excited to take off. So there is some kind of brand new opportunity, new adventure. It's something that you've never done. Patty, she's like, how can I get your attention, Mom? How can I get your attention? I'm actually going to be off. Like I work 3 days on and I'm off for 4 days. So I spend a great deal of time with my cats. So she's actually not starved for attention. I'm going to ask this one question for you, okay, Merida? Light Blue, hello, and Fabo, hello. Welcome. Welcome. Light Blue, that's like one of my most favorite perfumes. Light Blue. Let's ask this for Merida. Will she be accepted by the university? Let's do this. Will Merida be accepted by the university? Will Merida be accepted by the university? Here's a hummingbird. Okay. I don't know. There's definitely this big energy of moving because we had the Fool. He is obviously moving. Now we have the Chariot moving forward through victory. It's kind of like somebody's, I don't know. I kind of get the feeling like it's maybe not going to go exactly the way that you want it to go. But I also feel like whatever is offered to you, possibly there's going to be something else that's offered to you. You may even have to appeal their decision. And once you appeal this decision, then it's going to be, they're going to change their minds, change their judgment, change their ruling. I don't know what wording that is as far as classified. It's the Lover's sideways. So that's kind of like, don't know. But then we also have the Chariot, and behind the Chariot is the Emperor reversed. That's somebody who is feeling like they cannot control their life. But then you also have the Chariot, which goes to war. It's literally like a symbol of war, of fighting one side against the other. Okay. So that's why I said possibly you may need to appeal a decision. And then once you appeal a decision, it's going to work out for you. But I can say that there is some serious, like the Fool is happy energy. It's exciting energy. It's a brand new adventure. It's a brand new thing. It's not sad. It's not depressed. It's not anxious. It's not any of that. It's good energy. So, and then the Chariot is victory. So, I think you might have to, like I said, possibly fight for yourself a little bit. Advocate for yourself a little bit. It looks like in the end it should work out. Okay. You're welcome, Merida. You're welcome. Okay, let's see. Let's ask what can we tell Fabo? What can we tell Fabo in this? What can we tell Fabo in this little live stream that we've got going on? What can we tell Fabo? What does Fabo need to know? What does Fabo need to know? Okay, the Knight of Pentacles reversed and the Justice card reversed. Okay, so there's some kind of money that is not coming to you. Maybe you lost some kind of money, or maybe somebody didn't make a payment to you that they were supposed to pay you. in Virgo season. It's the Knight of Pentacles is Virgo energy. That was, I mean, it's justice reversed. That was not right. That's not how it was supposed to be. That's incorrect. Tell me more for Fabo. Tell me more for Fabo. The Moon reversed and the Eight of Swords sideways. Okay, so there, with in regards to a payment, like I said, that didn't make it to you, that wasn't made to you, that fell through, some kind of, it's like a guaranteed bit of money that's supposed to come to you, on kind of on a regular basis, and for a long time. That justice reversed. That was, you didn't get it because of something, like somebody didn't follow the rules, somebody broke the rules. It's justice reversed. So telling me more about it, Eight of Swords sideways with the Moon reversed. Whatever you don't know about that situation, you're going to be finding out. You're going to be like, the secrets are going to be revealed to you. And it looks like this is going to help you to understand the situation and maybe not feel so completely trapped, and isolated after this bit of payment. This money didn't make it to you. Queen of Pentacles is behind the Queen of Pentacles. Most definitely is boss. She most definitely cuts paychecks. But she is upright. So it looks kind of like there might be somebody. It's like somebody's going to be making up for this payment in some way, which is good. Claire, hi. How are you? Happy post-eclipse. Happy post-eclipse. Okay, let's see. So light blue. Light blue. Let's ask a question for light blue. Let's ask a question for light blue. Yes, absolute sarcasm. Absolute. But actually, I mean, I don't know if you caught the beginning of the live, but I was talking about how this really dark cycle of Aquarius not being seen that's been going on for a long time. It's probably worn Aquarius down and their dreaming abilities, capabilities, potential down tremendously. That ended with this eclipse. So right now, kind of like mostly the energy is just like rest, recuperate, drink water, be kind to ourselves, but also Aquarius is going to start to be being seen. Okay. Aquarius is going to start to be being seen. Like Aquarius is going to start being offered jobs, offered promotions. They're going to be asked, can you help? I know that you have these skills. Whereas before, people would just overlook Aquarius and go to somebody else, So it's been tough. It's definitely been tough to get to this, through this eclipse season, but it's kind of like, take a deep breath, drink water, rest, because it's about to start getting really good. Okay. It's about to start getting really good. So let's see. Light blue. What can I tell light blue? What can I tell light blue? What do I need to tell light blue? That's a better question. What do I need to tell light blue? Okay. 10 of Swords on the bottom of the deck. Oh, wow. 3 cards. Okay. So the World, the 4 of Swords reversed, and the King of Wands reversed. Okay. Something massive is ending, light blue. That's all I'm going to say. Something massive is ending with this King of Wands character, possibly like a Sagittarius. A really powerful, but also a really kind of untrustworthy masculine energy person who, like, I get kind of like he could be, like a producer for a show or a producer of music. He has a whole bunch of energy around creative aspects of life, like art, music, dance. He's very exciting. He's very much like a magician, but he's reversed. So he's kind of like, he's out of the picture. That is out of the picture. He either A, took himself out and that's why he's reversed, or B, he was just kind of like a good time guy and he would just use magic to make things happen solely for him and take from everybody else. Either way, it looks like this person possibly caused you to not be able to rest, not be able to get any amount of peace. Possibly they could have taken a toll on you, made you feel ill, depressed, locked in. Whatever the case, what I need to tell Light Blue, that situation is done. It's done. You're like, with the World card, you're like, you're graduating from it. You've learned your lesson. Okay? So that's good. It's absolutely finished. You've graduated. Okay? You don't have to do that anymore. Okay. Now, hi JK, how are you? Happy post eclipse. Happy post eclipse. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to ask for Claire now. I went off on a friend and today I woke up dizzy, tired, and dehydrated. Well, you know what? Yesterday, I feel that, and that's okay. That's okay because you've probably like held it in for a really long time, and it probably felt really good to get those words off of your chest. I spoke my mind yesterday at work and I got called a hater. I was like, actually, I'm not a hater. I'm just telling you my opinion and it's different from yours. You're doing good. Thanks. Okay, awesome. I love how everybody's so friendly here. Okay. So let's ask for Claire. Yes, I have coffee right over there. And it is raining here too. Well, it's not raining right now, but it's been raining since I got off of work yesterday. It rained all night. I love it. It's cloudy. Loving it. What do I need to tell Claire? 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 They keep going off onto that side. Ace of Swords, truth, absolute truth being spoken. King of Cups, let's see. He's reversed. Okay, let's see. So the Nine of Wands reversed. The Hanged Man. Okay, so whatever you're thinking about this King of Cups character, I don't know exactly what you're thinking about him, but it looks like he's maybe not great. These two right here, this King of Cups is just not a great person, okay? And it really kind of looks like you're coming to the conclusion that this King of Cups might actually be like the devil. Like, he might be full of addictions. He might be full of toxic behaviors, obsessions, just really kind of chained. Like, his energy is just kind of really chained. You're right, okay? And if you haven't quite come to that conclusion yet, I feel like somebody's going to say something to you, or this person's going to say something to you. And you're going to just have this aha moment. There's this absolute truth where, yes, this King of Cups, he could be a father figure. He could be someone's dad. He could be your dad. He could be someone who claims to love you, but actually really doesn't because they're very toxic. You're having an aha moment. You're seeing things from a different perspective. And you're correct. And you need to probably not mix your energy with this King of Cups again, or at least until they can get themselves unchained from the devil, because they're just going to bring you down. Oh, okay. Okay. Well. Oh, really? Claire? Milan flooded? Oh my gosh. So it's raining a lot there. You're welcome, Claire. Well, is everybody okay? Like, is it just kind of like, wow, that's a pretty flood, or is it like dangerous? Oh, wow. I mean, that sounds definitely kind of dangerous. Well, I hope that everybody's okay. And I hope that it is not destructive, too destructive. Because water kind of is destructive. It's interesting. All in moderation. Life is just all about moderation. Hopefully you don't have to get out in it, and hopefully you're in a safe place. I hope. There's also protests going. Okay, so transport shut, school shut, police everywhere. Oh my gosh. I love that, Deborah. I'm so proud of you. I really am. Because you've been kind of having to deal with this for a while, and I know that it has to have been exhausting, you know, and also depressing and saddening. So I'm very proud of you, Deborah. City life. Oh my goodness. So I've kind of watched the news. I've kind of what I mean, I kind of have watched the news. What I think is real news, it could be AI for all I know. I mean, but it definitely looks like there's lots and lots of protests happening over in Europe currently. I don't know what is going on in the UK. I really don't. I watched some kind of news segment where a person said that they like bacon, and it's like that was hate speech. What? What is going on in the UK? What is going on in the world? Come on, people. I don't know. I think that in some ways, I think that the internet and I think tablets and phones have made a lot of life really easy. So that leaves a lot of time to have stagnant energy. And then people just kind of misery loves company. So, and there's a lot of like miserable propaganda. There's a lot of miserableness that's accurate too, but I feel like people just want to be angry because they're bored. Like they have energy that they could be using to try to build a life for themselves, but instead they're just on their phones. And so it's like this built up energy and then channeled in this wrong way. The children being arrested for holding up. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I watched that. I watched that. It's You're right, Deborah. People won't change until they want to admit it, and they don't. You're exactly right. I mean, it's actually I watched one little boy be arrested, and I was just like, oh my gosh, this is heartbreaking. How can these how can these police officers in the UK call themselves police? Like, what is going through their mind? In fact, I came up with a possible like I was thinking, okay, have you seen World's End? Um, if you've seen World's End, then you know that like the whole town is taken over by aliens. So I started thinking, what if all of Parliament has been taken over by aliens and they're not actually real people? Maybe it's like that. Maybe that's why it's so bonkers. I don't know. I hope that it stops. It's a really good movie, World's End. It's a very good movie. Um, you think? You think, JK? It's a possibility. Very much a possibility. Um, I used to really want to travel to the UK, and now I'm just like, man, that sucks. I thought everybody was just chill and enjoying the rain and like walking around with sheep and beer, like happy, saying funny slang words that I've never heard of in my life. That's what I thought it was. It's not. That's what I get for thinking. Man, that's a bummer. Sheep and beer, I mean, it seems, I don't know, it seems that way. Seems like there's always like some massive green pasture with a bunch of sheep, and then there's like a pub. I kind of miss pre-2000 Earth. I miss the 90s. Oh, that's Scotland. Okay. Okay. Is it what's going on in Scotland? Is that also is it haywire there or is it normal? Yeah. I miss the 90s. I really do. I love the 90s. The 80s were fun too. The 80s were kind of like the Wild West, you know? And you still had like those paper credit card machines. It's like prehistoric times. Oh, okay. Okay, I got you. I got you. You're a Brit in Italy. Is it going to change? I mean, I definitely watched like this massive protest. I mean, and I was kind of like, wow, I don't even think that I've seen that amount of people show up for the king. Probably the queen, but it was a very impressive amount of people that showed up for this protest. And it really helped. It really, and at least in my mind, I was like, that's amazing. Stand up that much. So that many people to show up and support, it's got to help something change. It's got to. I did watch the King and President Trump talk about like free speech, and I kind of saw President Trump's face when he was like, "Yeah, we have free speech," and Trump was kind of like, "You sure about that? You sure about that?" Okay. I think I didn't ask JK a question. Let's see what can we tell JK? What can we tell JK? What do we need to 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 tell JK? Okay. Well, I mean, I like this. JK, we need to tell you that you're not going to be struggling anymore. You're not going to be struggling. Okay. You're not going to be struggling. I don't know. There's possibly a job offer or there's a gift of money, a small amount of money that's going to help you reach your dreams. We've got the Three of Wands. It's like you and two other people kind of looking out to try to start some kind of new adventure. Nobody is like really destitute in this situation, but the three of you are going to come together and kind of help each other. Um, Maybe it's even like your idea and there's just two other people that are going to be helping you. But either way, this is nice. This is, like I said, this is a job offer or this is a nice payout that helps you, not for the rest of your life, but it helps you to move forward and to create even more coins. Okay. So that's good. No struggling. Money. Yes. Money. Money, 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 money. Okay. I love this. It's going to be good. It's all going to be good. More coins. More coins are coming, I promise you. More coins are coming. And absolutely for Aquarius, more people are going to be seeing you. Okay. Just continue with the authenticity. Yesterday at work, whenever I usually at work, I'm kind of like, I guess you could say I'm kind of censored. Like I just kind of try to play it kind of really neutral, and I try not to express too many opinions just because it's my job and I really love my job. And, I want to keep it kind of an even keel, I don't want to have like, oh my God, we're besties. I don't want to have either like, I fucking hate going to work. I just want it to be neutral, it's my job. So, but yesterday, the words just came out of my mouth that I wanted to actually say. And I called someone a Karen. I was very sarcastic to somebody. I'm not usually like that. I usually will just kind of like ignore. And I was like, I got called a hater. But then everybody else laughed. It was nice. It was nice. I actually said the things I wanted to say is my point. I was more authentically Andrea yesterday. And, it really didn't work out too badly in my favor. I think what I said was what a lot of people were actually thinking, and they didn't want to say it either. So, yeah, let's we got to be more authentic. I think that the being authentic is going to be, well, I'm really just like, I can't stress enough. Aquarius is going to be being seen so much more now. For exactly everything that Aquarius is capable of. I feel a lot like Aquarius's talents were kind of wasted for a long time. People were just like choosing other people. This person I think can do it better. I don't even think Aquarius can do anything. Can Aquarius even write? That kind of thing. And it's totally changing. That old paradigm, that old dimension, that's gone. People are going to be seeing exactly what you can do, and they're going to be inviting you, paying you to do those things, all of the things that you can do. It's like doors of a whole wing of doors of opportunity opening, okay, for Aquarius. So, but rest and drink lots of water, but also don't hold your tongue. And if someone's being a Karen, just tell them. A shifty friend. Okay. Well, so as far as what you said, Claire, I kind of feel like so if people haven't been seeing Aquarius for a specific amount of time up until now, they've been seeing somebody else. And if that dimension, if that paradigm is ending and they're starting to pay attention and hear Aquarius, like it's almost like Aquarius's voice is just like this resonant tone in other people's ears that they're just hearing now. Of course, everything else is going to fall apart, So I think a lot of other people, like the people who have been not listening to Aquarius, possibly the people who have been trying to make things go bad for Aquarius, it's going to be revealed. It's going to be revealed because a lie and deception can't stay in the dark forever. It always comes to the surface. It always comes to the surface. It may take a really long time, but it does. So, and I've been dealing with some people that I've kind of been like, that I kind of keep at a distance. Like I'm polite to them. I want to, I don't want to be an asshole. That's kind of like my main goal every day is I'm just going to try not to be an asshole, but I don't try for any kind of extreme in either way. But there's a lot of people I keep at a distance because I feel like a lot of people are very insecure with themselves. And I feel like a lot of people are very consumed with an identity that they want to portray, but they have trauma inside that they haven't worked through, they can't work through, or maybe possibly they just have like skills they can't achieve. I don't know what it is. And they don't want to recognize that. So then they're trying really, there's like a whole bunch of tryhards in the world. But I've kind of seen their mask kind of crumble this past week, which was, I'm not going to lie and say it wasn't satisfying, because it was, because I was kind of like, haha, I was right. Fuck yeah, let's get this together and land this mothership. I love that. Yes. Okay, so I said something about 24th, and I think you left that comment in my last video too. What time? Do you know what time? Claire. What time is this grand air trine? Oh, okay. Let me get my new phone that I don't really know yet, and I will ask. Because the 24th is also the shofar thing, which, I mean, I don't know what I think about Jewish religion. Oh, I forgot I put face recognition on my phone. This is the first time I've ever done that. The last one was my thumb. When is the Grand Air Trine on the 24th, 2025? And on the 24th, it's just at what time? It's telling me about a reopening of this place that's literally 20 feet from my house, but that's not it. Okay. Let me just type this. Because this robot doesn't know I talk mostly about astrology. Okay, when? What time? Okay, it says, so it actually begins on the 23rd and it goes until the 24th. So, it's involving the moon, the sun, okay, there is a YouTube video from Susan Hopkinson. It's 3 hours long. So if just, get comfortable if you want to watch that. But Susan Hopkinson, I'm not going to watch this video. But so it starts on the 23rd. It starts as Virgo moves out of the sun sign. So like the 23rd at night, most likely. Yeah. And it goes until the 24th. So what are we supposed to do, JK? I'm not an official astrologer either. I have this book. Look what I have. I have this. Parker's Astrology. And you know what? Astrology is confusing. It's like my brain just doesn't wrap around the concept of it. Like I get it when I hear it and when I'm talking about it, and I know what the sun represents and the moon represents and all that jazz. But measuring it, it just gets very confusing for me. But yeah, I have that book. Okay. I get along best with air signs. I do. One of the ones that the one that called me a hater was actually another Aquarius. Because I think sometimes I get really along with Aquariuses, but then sometimes I think like some of the signs that I get most irritated with are Aquariuses. Just because this one is particularly just so in love with himself and so arrogant. and it's so off-putting. I mean, it kind of did, but also I could tell that he was stung, and that's why he said it. And I was kind of like, I'm comfortable with myself. I know I'm amazing. So he was trying too hard. I have I really get along really well with Geminis. I also kind of get along pretty well with some Pisces. And I mean, Virgos, I think Virgos just want to get along with everybody because they want to be in control of everything. You know what I mean? Oh, my laptop is about to die. They don't want to admit their addiction and lies. Sad breaks family up. Huh. That is sad. I've dated people that have been one day from my birthday. Okay, that's cool. I haven't dated anybody yet that is that close to my birthday. But most definitely, like where I work this weekend, so we all work on the same shift. We all work the same 3 days. And we are literally, every single one of us is an Aquarius. Starting from January 25th all the way to February 14th. So we're just, there's like 7 of us. And I was the one who asked everybody, like, what's your sign? And that's what got everybody going, oh my gosh, we're just like all Aquarius. It is weird, but it also seems kind of fitting to me because we're all working on the psychiatric acute care unit, which is basically bonkers. You know, like it's never going to be boring. It's going to be really intense. There's going to be a lot of people having all kinds of thoughts. You can have delusions about aliens, delusions about Elon Musk, people who think that they are, married to Jesus, and everything else in between. And I feel like Aquarius is probably one of the best signs to understand and function in that kind of eclectic chaos. Well, go to the psychiatric ward and you'll find a lot of Aquariuses. We're all there. I'm moving down here. I'm plugging my laptop in. Okay, Parker's Astrology. Yeah, apparently that's a really good astrology book. Here, I want my vape. Hold on.
Grace, what are you doing?
Okay. As a patient, sure. Yeah, that's what we say sometimes too. Like, can we just get a room? We call it a grippy sock vacation. Well, that didn't do anything, did it? That just, okay, there we go. I was trying to stop that glare. What is everybody going to do today? Fit right in. We do. We do. And you know what's also awesome? To sit and work with all of these Aquarius. You can really tell that every single Aquarius has an absolutely distinct personality from the other. You know what I mean? Like, it's really pretty cool. January 25th. Okay, so I feel like the one that called me the hater is January 25th. He's not so bad. He's just going to have to learn that. I think probably in his past jobs, he was probably like the most confident one. And he's just going to have to learn that here he's going to be up against people who are absolutely as confident as he is. So, did I just call myself arrogant? Maybe. But I'm not. And he also had a really cush weekend. Like, we had very few patients. They were all very quiet. I'm excited to see what he does when we're like packed full to capacity and we have like multiple violent members along with multiple, like detoxers, because that's how you know people's personality, when it's absolute chaos and you can't stop. And that's honestly one of my most favorite parts about my job, because it's so exciting. It's never boring. Cleaning, laundry, dinner. We do that too. We do cleaning, we do laundry, we do dinner. But actually, one of my most favorite things about my job is I get to lead groups. So every day that I work, I get to come up with my own group therapy session. So, I mean, there's a lot of psychiatric websites and universities that give really good skills. And we have a DBT workbook, but sometimes I get to make up my own, and I really love sitting down and just getting to talk with everybody face to face. And sometimes they get really heavy, but I think it's important to get things out and to also feel like I love that I get to lead a group where it's a safe space and everybody can say exactly what they want to say or need to say. I love that part. And every now and then, I can actually tell that like I helped a person in their worst day, because that's basically what it is at work. It's everybody's worst day when they're there. It's not easy. You've done CNA? What is an MLER? What is it, Claire? What is you're an LPN? Oh, okay. Your mom worked in the psych ward LPN. Human behavior is, yeah, I'm fascinated by it too. One thing that my job has taught me is I really do think that, well, I believe in Jesus. I believe in God. That's my personal opinion. I don't call myself a Christian because I don't believe that Jesus even called himself a Christian. I think that that's like a man-made kind of business narrative that was created most likely for power and control of a bigger narrative by the powers that be. But I do believe Jesus. I do believe his whole story. And I believe that he was like an ascended master. But if you see so many people go into a delusion, and so many people go into the same religious delusion, how can you tell me that it's fake? You know what I mean? If that's automatically where a basically wild thinking, free thinking brain goes to, is religion, that's just confirmation to me that obviously, yes, Jesus really is real. It is difficult. Look at Grace. She's so funny. Yeah, you are. I think about you actually. I think about you in my days because you inspire me to dream an impossible dream for myself, and that I can accomplish it. Because as many times as I've been successful in life, there's been an equal, if not more, amount of times that I have been unsuccessful. And I know most definitely I want to like further my career, and I don't want to leave my job. Like, I wouldn't want to leave my job, but I might enjoy possibly being like going to nursing school, tackling nursing school, and just possibly becoming like a PNP, a psychiatric nurse practitioner. Because I could actually have the power. I feel like the system is set up in such a way that it doesn't really get people better. It just it's like a circle. It's like a cycle where they come in, they're in a crisis, they get stable, they get let go, but we're not really fixing the problem. So then they come back. And I think the only way to actually have enough power to change that would be obviously to be either a psychiatrist or a psychiatric nurse practitioner. So, you're right, Claire. And I just said it, but that's not my only dream. It's not my only dream. But you do inspire me. So I hope you know that. And the kids you're teaching are so lucky to have you. They really are. Kelly, hi. How are you doing? You saying hi, honey? She says pet me. She pets me when she wants me to pet her. She really is so sweet. Well, you inspire my heart, Claire, so yeah. We need to ask a question for Kelly because she just got here. Let's get the cards. Let's get the cards. Imagine a world. Imagine it for real though, because then it becomes real when you imagine it. Everything starts as a thought before it becomes reality. Would you believe that 10 years ago I was living in Texas and I was a housekeeper in Texas, and all I wanted was to live in a forest on a mountain, and all I wanted was a Subaru. And now I live in a forest at the foot of a mountain with a Subaru. So our thoughts are very powerful. They absolutely do create a reality. What do we need to tell Kelly? Let's get a card for Kelly. What do we need to tell Kelly? Grace, what do we need to tell Kelly? What do we need to tell Kelly? Huh? What do we need to tell Kelly? Hi. Whoa now. Artwork is going to go falling. What do we need to tell Kelly? Okay, well, that's the Death card. And then the Knight of Cups reversed. Okay, so this is the card that popped out, Kelly. This one, Death. And then this is on the bottom of the deck. And then Justice reversed was behind this. So what we need to tell you, Kelly, is that romantic relationships, romantic endeavors that have been kind of shady, shysty, not quite honest. Possibly they've told you things and then not followed through. That's ending. That cycle is dying. Okay, that is ending. That's what the Death is. The Death is romantic relationships that are dishonest, that hurt you, that lied to you, that were not authentic. Okay, that's what's ending. That's what we need to tell you, Kelly. Grace loves all of this attention, but she will never let me pick her up. I want to pick her up and hold her so bad because she's so soft. But she doesn't like that, so I don't want to make her upset. September 24th, there is a grand trine involving the Sun in Libra, Pluto in Aquarius, and Uranus in Gemini retrograde. Okay, this astrological alignment forms a harmonious trine. I'm a recluse. You know, I am kind of also. I don't leave a lot. And that's just fine with me. I go outside and I will go hiking, but I don't go out with people. I've always been like that. And the more and more, I really think that human beings were born alone, and I feel like we're supposed to do so much of our life alone, because I've noticed whenever I was spending more time with like people or friends, my energy and my focus got so mixed up and muddled in with what they have going on, and it just kind of wasted time for me in my life. And I tried to explain that to a friend, and she just got very offended. So it's hard to leave the past in the past. Okay, I understand that, Kelly. It is, but I feel like the universe is going to give you something that's going to make it easier, make you excited about leaving the past in the past. And also, the energies are going to be changing. Like the energies, everything's always moving. There's going to be this new energy that is going to infiltrate your life, and it's going to help you to be excited about the future so you can let go of the past and leave it there. Now, between the three air signs, Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini, creating a powerful current of mental clarity, social connection, and transformative insights. The grand air trine supports healing conversation. I love that. I love that, JK. I love that. So we're all kind of recluses. Maybe we're not exactly recluses. Maybe we just only want to put our energy into something that actually moves us and is actually energetically important. We don't do like small talk. Your mother is a Virgo. She's a hermit too. Yeah. You know, but is she very productive? Because I feel like a lot of people who are actually really productive in their own lives, as far as, their soul journey, their soul path, their career path, their emotional and mental wellness path, I feel like a lot of people that are successful in those areas are also kind of like, hermits and recluses, because again, what I said, if you have to be a very strong human with mental capacity to not take on other people's issues if you spend a lot of time with them. And I want to help everybody. Like, that's just deep down what I want to do. I want to help everybody in any way that I can. So I have a hard time not letting my friends' issues become my issues. Hi, honey, I love you. It's a favorable conjunction. I mean, I believe that, Kelly. Yeah. Yeah. Well, guess what? The time is changing. The time is changing with this eclipse season for people to stop fucking you over, and because they're jealous of you, and also for the people that have been fucking you over, for their indiscretions to be exposed and highlight exactly how amazing and capable you are. Opportunities are going to be knocking. Opportunities are going to be knocking. I promise you, Kelly. Oh, I don't like ruminating thoughts. I don't. Do you have like a hobby at all? Um, like I sometimes I read whenever I'm having ruminating thoughts. Sometimes I do embroidery. I really love embroidery. Um, but then also I go outside too. I go outside and try to focus and do the the grounding exercise of, 5. Look for 5 things I can name 4 things that I can smell, 3 things that I can touch, 2 things that I can hear, and that kind of gets me more centered into the moment. The best book I can recommend, Claire, who also, why did you stop doing them, Kelly? I think you need to, I don't want to tell you what you need to do, but maybe pick one up and try it again. Maybe it stopped being fun because you had a lot on your mind. And also maybe once you pick it up, you might realize, oh yeah, this was really fun. I did really enjoy that. And Claire, the best book that you can recommend. I have so many different books. And I do a lot of religious study. So I have a lot of religious books. But this one is really fun. Hold on. Let me get it. The Mysterious Benedict Society. This one is fun. But this is another book that I love, Where God Came Down. It's the archaeological evidence of Jesus. And then I also just got the Septuagint, which is the Greek, the first translation of the Bible. Like it's in Greek, and then there's a translation from Greek to English. It has the Apocrypha. It has a lot of books that are not in not the New Testament, but like the New King James Version Bible. But yeah, the Mysterious Benedict Society, that was really good. But I also eat a lot of junk books. No, I read a lot of kind of like junk books, like V.C. Andrews, Wild and Crazy Sassy Stories. And then I really loved R.L. Stine whenever I was a kid. So I have almost every single R.L. Stine book because it just reminds me of like when I read them, I feel exactly how excited I felt when I was like 13 years old. And I'm looking for that in my 44-year-old life, in my adult life, to get back to that kind of, childhood excitement. So let's see. I've heard of that trick. Okay. Claire says, I'll have to look that up. Back in the 90s was my book phase. So I was the same, but then only recently I've started reading a lot. Like in the past 6 months, I've started reading a lot more than I ever did. I think because when I lived in my car, I didn't have much space. So, and I like actual books. I'm not like a Kindle person. And it's just, they take up a lot of space. So I didn't have very many books when I lived in my car. But now that I have space, I'm like, books. I like to study all religions, but don't claim any. I mean, I feel that religion is a business, and there's human beings crave spirituality, not necessarily religion, in my opinion. Oh, The Invitation. Okay, I've never read that. Okay, and JK, I was Fun Adventure years ago, pre-internet, to go find a book, the bookstore that offered esoteric books. Oh yeah. We have a used bookstore here that is amazing for those kinds of books. And being that we're so close to Sedona, a lot of really really important people as far as magic goes and esoteric knowledge. They donate their books. And so, yeah, it's great. It's great here. I love that. I used to go to, is it B. Dalton's? That was the bookstore whenever I was little. I would ride my bicycle there. Yes. Nice, Claire. You're going to enjoy it. It's a fun book. It's just a fun book. Oh, yeah. Crystals, too. Yes. I love crystals. I have so many crystals. I started buying them in rings, though, because it's like they're just so many, and I don't have like a display case, and they're just everywhere collecting dust. And so I was like, maybe I should just start buying gemstones that I can wear from now on. What's your favorite crystal, JK? Oh, really? Really? How did it explode on you, Claire? Claire says my second sodalite exploded on me the other day. How did it do that? Sodalite is the writer's stone. I'm gonna. Whoa. Moldavite is very special, JK. You had to stop buying crystals as you get so many, huh? Oh, really? Neat. I have a moldavite ring, and I don't wear it just all the time because it's very powerful. I don't, but it's a really beautiful ring. This one is like my favorite out of all the ones that I have, simply because um, this is an amethyst, a very dark amethyst, and it came from a mountain down in the valley. So this is an Arizona made amethyst. And then this one is cool too. I just love how shiny and magical it is. And the little squares, this is galena. It's basically iron. I mean lead. It's basically lead. But it's matrix. And then look on this other side. So it's like super shiny. Then like this side is covered in all these tiny little like drusies of pyrite. It's so, this is like alien to me. That's what this reminds me of. So I gotta wash my hands now because it is lead. I'll be right back. Okay. Thank you, Claire. Let's see. First one was years ago. It was a freeform stone. I was holding it in my hand and it just flew out of my hand and broken into two pieces by the time it reached the cushion on my chair. What? That's like, you're super powerful. Second one was a bracelet that just snapped and broke out of nowhere. Wow. So how many grams is it, the moldavite? If it's $30 a gram, how big is it? Because I think size does matter when it comes to crystals and minerals. As for Claire, yeah. Well, Claire, I think that sodalite is your friend, but I think some people say that whenever gems break or like minerals break, it's because they've like reached their potential for helping you. You know, almost like they can't do their job anymore. But also, since you said you were holding the first one in your hand and it broke into pieces, part of me thinks, I have cat hair in my mouth, that you have some serious like mental power as far as channeling your energy, which is fantastic. I mean, I don't know if you are aware of that, but that's kind of what that tells me. I think that if you weren't aware of it and you started really kind of focusing on it and trying to channel it in your life, I think that you could absolutely make some amazing things happen in your life. What? JK? You have museum quality specimens? That's amazing. That's really cool. That's really cool. My two favorite ones that I got them from a local rock hound, and he just has so many. He just buys all these different like people's estates that have a ton of gems and minerals from all over, but a lot from Arizona. I mean, that just kind of confirms it even more, Claire. That's exciting. That's very exciting. We're all so powerful. Hattie Bean, she loves her mommy.
She loves me.
I've had crystals since I was born. My great-grandmother had a large amethyst crystals. That's pretty exciting, JK. I didn't understand about crystals until I was like 27, 28. I didn't even realize like they were like a thing or anything. So that's pretty rad to have that kind of exposure for literally your whole entire life.
Hi, I love you. I love you. She's a baby. She's my baby.
I love that. The boy with a bag of rocks. I love that. My daughter would always have a backpack full of rocks. She would go to school and she would come home and her backpack would be so heavy and be like, "What do you have in here? Like, you're in kindergarten. You can't have that much homework." And she would just be full of rocks. Sweet girl. I mean, yeah. Your favorite, okay, so Claire's favorite crystals, jade, opal, lowlight. I don't guess I know what that is. I love opal. And opal occurs naturally here in Arizona. Of course, I don't think that we get to have black opals. I think that black opals are only in Australia. But there's a pretty decent amount of mineral and crystal activity that occurs here in Arizona because there's so many volcanoes. So many volcanoes. I don't guess I know what that one is either. Indicolite? I don't know what that is. We should do a gemstone live stream once, and I will pull up like Google, and then we'll just go through and look up all these different minerals and crystals. I think I am going to end the live stream like now, just because I have to go to the bathroom and I'm also very hungry. I haven't had breakfast yet. So I'm going to have a brunch. I'm starving. But I'm really glad that everybody's here and showed up. I'm glad I did this at this time. Maybe I'll have to start doing them early like this. Oh, really? I wonder why that is. Thank you, Claire. Thank you, everybody who's been here today. I really appreciate everybody showing up. This is awesome. I'm still going to do a live on Wednesday. Maybe I'll do my live at this time instead of later, because it seems like more people were able to jump in and join at this time. So I had a really good time talking with everybody. I really have had a good time talking with everybody. Thank you all for being here and sharing.
I love you too, honey.
Thank you, Claire. Thank you. It is brunch time. Okay. I'm going to go to the bathroom. I'm going to make breakfast, and then I'm going to continue to be lazy. I love you all very much. I'm going to try to use my new phone with my new camera to make a video. So we'll see if it's like better quality. Hopefully it is. And I'll see y'all for sure on Wednesday. I love y'all.